Alright guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. We're going to look at another one of the recent World Tournament EZA free-to-play characters here. This is an AGL Final Form Cooler. Now, I don't know that this guy is going to be that good. Although, I mean, he's got some stuff. Like, this guy, like, we're not going to look at him and it's like, oh my god, like, he's so bad. Wow, what were they thinking? Like, nothing like that. But, so this Cooler, he still is an AGL support type unit the way he was prior to his EZA, right? He gives AGL types 1 key and 40% attack and defense, which is fine. A character like this, the way I would hope that they would maybe improve them would be not, so he had the AGL support already, but then maybe just add Terrifying Conqueror to it or something like that. I thought that would have been good, because he gives AGL type support. Well, I mean, if we just take a look at extreme AGL villains, I mean, we have AGL Zamasu, Golden Frieza, Super Boo, and Baby. I mean, those are pretty much it. I mean, it's extreme AGL is not really super good for villains. And if we specifically talk about characters we will be running on these Cooler teams, right? Like, we're not going to be running Cooler on a team with Super Boo, right? Like, we're going to run him on Final Form Cooler's team, or we can run him on Turles's team, right? Or we can run him on LR Metal Cooler's team. So it's like extreme AGL characters. There aren't really like exceptional ones to take advantage of his support right now. That's why, like, if at least he could support Terrifying Conquerors, for example, like, you know, we'd be getting the support from a junior and stuff like that. So that's one thing. This guy does have dodge built in, so I figured, of course, we just, you know, sort of like maximize and emphasize his ability to dodge. I feel like that's probably going to be the smartest way to go about it. I mean, this is a support character. Let's go ahead and jump in, and let's see how good this EZA AGL Final Form Cooler is. Well, okay, we got a little bit of a bad opening rotation right here. Not really the greatest. I mean, when you're me, this is what happens pretty frequently, I suppose. So we got, like, the worst possible opening rotation. I mean, this is the danger of, you know, running, like, a third, like, named character that matches with the leader. AGL Cooler, we have 4 200% leader skills we can run this guy on. LR Metal Cooler, LR Final Form Cooler, Turles, and Captain Ginyu. I mean, Captain Ginyu is like, unrunnable at this point in, like, the real content. Metal Cooler, I mean, that's not gonna, that team is dead as well. Double LR Metal Cooler, like, there's no way. So that leaves us with Final Form Cooler and Turles. I felt like the characters we'd probably want to see here, the best AGL character that we potentially could support would be Golden Frieza, right? Who, remember, Golden Frieza is not on Turles' leader skill, so, you know, I landed on this Cooler's team. But we got a very bad opening rotation. I mean, it is what it is. Let's just go ahead and get a couple of rotations here. Let's see. So, Cooler, remember, is a character that heavily relies on his Link set. And, oh, oops, we got a terrible rotation for that. So, he has Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Cold Judgment, Nightmare, Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphosis, Shattering Limit. Dude, the amount of stats he's getting from these links is insanity, right? Like, I mean, we have Cold Judgment, 25% defense. Thirst for Conquest, 15% defense. Big Bad Bosses, 25% defense. Metamorphosis, 10% defense. This Cooler has, like, more defense from links than, like, any character in the game. But this AGL Cooler actually might have the most defense from links of any character in the game. It's crazy. Super attack effect, he gets 30% defense, and then he greatly lowers enemy defense. The defense right here is key to this character being decent, by the way. He gets 2 key 100% stats at the start of turn. He gives AGL types 1 key 40% attack and defense. He has 2 guaranteed additionals, each of which have a rare chance of being a super. I believe a rare chance is actually only 10%. So that is pretty low. Then he gets 20% attack up to 100%, and then a 5% chance to dodge up to 50% with each attack performed. And then finally he gets another 50% attack and defense if there's another Terrifying Conqueror category ally in the rotation. So, I mean, listen, if we could get a couple of additional supers, I mean, obviously that would be really good, right? To continue to give us extra defense could be very, very helpful. But, I mean, I think that this character, when we're really using him, we're going to be mostly relying on his dodge. I think that the dodge, if it comes to running him, of course, in real content, the dodge is, again, going to be what we're looking for. All right, so there's first super attack, normal. Normal. Now, does hidden potential some additional proc? It does not. Okay, we did dodge, though. We did get the dodge. Perfect, perfect. Okay, so stats are going to be pretty low on this initial couple of turns. Again, we got pretty unlucky when it comes to our opening rotations, but we will be able to get there. I do want to make sure to float off one of the Big Bad Boss's characters in this rotation. Do we float off Metal Cooler or SCR Cooler? I guess I'll float off Metal Cooler. Metal Cooler is a character, I mean, we could at least get away with him in slot 1, potentially, while he is in this form. Although, my issue with Metal Cooler is a lot of times what will happen is Metal Cooler will take a lot of damage, bring you down to death's door, and then, like, another character will die. I've had that happen a lot. So, alright, let me just skip ahead to the next turn for AGL Cooler. We'll just keep seeing what this boy's looking like. Alright, so we're on this rotation. The good news is that this Tech Cooler will be able to give us some nice support right here. I mean, we have, just with Tech Cooler, we have everything up except for Big Bad Bosses. So our stats should look quite a bit better here. I guess we'll just do this. This will probably be the smartest. We'll be able to get a bunch more attacks, so we're going to have a bunch more chances to dodge right here, but hopefully we don't get smoked. Now, this Tech Cooler, I mean, he's not exactly the most runnable character ever. I was using him a little bit in some of the Wicked Bloodline fights. Oh, there's a second super attack. Nice, okay. So we got up to 5 million right there. Again, remember, we build up the damage as we attack. We're building up our dodge chance. He is at double digits right there. Okay, cool. We dodged the super attack. Yes, dude. Oh my god, this Cooler is goated. Damn. He's sick. Look at him go. Alright, this is going well. This is going well. I'll take that. I'll take the super attack dodge. I mean, so it's like, was that the hidden potential system dodge? Was it as passive dodge? Who knows? But like, that's solid. I mean, when I look at a character like this Cooler, no matter what, I mean, just earlier today, I did burst mode, right? In the Candy Vegito event. And like, I enjoyed it, right? Like, it's like, okay, like, I was able to get like these transformations with Exchange Boo, and I got the active skill for Kid Gohan after a while, and I got Super Boo's active. Like, you use, like, the team I used, again, in this Fat Boo, like, Candy Vegito burst mode, I was using, like, Dokkan Fest AGL Kid Gohan's SSR and AGL LR Gohan's TUR, right? Like, if we would get a burst mode where we want to use, like, AGL Terrifying Conqueror characters or something like that, this Cooler could be helpful. I mean, I would still encourage people to get your characters done. I kind of, yeah, we'll just float off this Cooler right here. But I would encourage players to get these characters done if you can, because you never know when they might help you in, again, burst mode or something along those lines. I mean, there's always going to be content that's going to come out. That's how I'm trying to, I think, look at a lot of free-to-play characters, sub-EZAs and stuff like that, is seeing, like, can they help in Battlefield? Can they help in burst mode? Can they help in Super Battle Road type stages? That's a lot. Although sometimes the Super Battle Road stages are tough, but Super Battle Road was way harder in years past, right? Like, it's not the same level of difficult content that it once was. Alright, let's hope that Cooler finishes the sell-off, because the most annoying thing in these showcases is when we get to, you know, the second rotation, and the boss constantly has, like, a sliver of HP. Give us a crit, Cooler. Bruh, my Cooler is built full offense. He's got all this crit, all this additional. There you go. Yeah, just finish the sell-off for us. He's not going to. Okay, well, there's that's alright. Cell has enough HP that we should be good. Because I want to put AGL Cooler in the second slot on this next turn. Oh, god damn it. This is going to hurt him. How much does this do? Ay. Yeah. Bro, running villain teams in 2023. Craziness. So this, I mean, this is a really, really strong rotation right here. He just supered. I could get away with this Cooler in slot 1. I'm going to do that too. Because he just supered. He's not super attacking right away like that. He's not. Alright, so we'll do this. So this is 7 out of 7. This is a nice rotation right here. Did we fully build up Cooler's damage yet? Yeah, we did. Because he needs to do 5 attacks. We've done 6 attacks. So we have AGL Cooler's damage fully built up. Alright, so, again, we know that Cell is not going to be able to super attack right at the start right here. So Tech Cooler can go ahead and get another stack in. He could potentially get another one. No, and he's at double digits. Perfect. Alright, AGL Cooler up to 6 million. Remember, he does give the support. He does have the additionals. He does get defense from super attack effect on these extra additionals. He's got dodge chance. This guy's okay. I mean, he's not the greatest here. I think that they could have made him a little bit better. Really, the one thing I would just want is for them, I think the support is fine for EGL, but I would like to add a category to it as well. That is, if you guys, I mean, remember, that's been my idea for the 50% type support type characters, like the Kabe, the Hit, you know, the Kid Gohan, the Vegeta, like all those characters, their 50% supports to typing. I think if they then would just add a category to it, that would work incredibly well. That's what I think they should do. All right, this is a cooler showcase, so let's go ahead and get his active skill in here as well. Why not? Alright guys, I figure we probably only need to get like one more rotation or so, and we're probably gonna be good here. I guess I mean, man, I can't really exactly change things. We should leave it exactly like this. After Cell heals, I think he should actually probably still be alive, so let's do this. Again, if I put EGL Cooler in slot 1, that's very risky against this Cell, who super attacks frequently with the defensive debuff. Although, remember, Cooler does now have the dodge chance built up, which is good. Alright, so this will heal him. I don't think Tech Cooler will finish him off. Okay, here's the super attack. Yeah, so putting AGL Cooler right there to try and get an attack in would have been a little bit risky. Alright, this will do some damage, but it shouldn't finish Cell off. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's see what AGL Cooler gets up to right here. 7.68. That was with all of our links activated, and that was also with, honestly, quite a lot of support. So that's kind of like where we could see Final Form Cooler max out on. How good is he? I mean, he's, again, he's a fine unit. I don't think he's not like some super game changer or game breaker or anything like that, but like he's decent. I don't hate him as a World Tournament EZA. I mean, they release really, really bad characters sometimes, and this AGL Cooler is not one of those really bad characters. It's just more so that, like, the purpose for running him is to help out, like, AGL characters, and, I mean, we can't really take advantage of that right now. Like, I mean, we could always just get, like, some... To me, it's like a lot of times a character will come out, and it's like, oh, if only they had this, they could be good. And a lot of times it's, you know, like Kale. Oh, if only Kale had, like, you know, a new hit and a new Khalifa, and she would be good. Right? It's multiple things. This Cooler, really all he needs is an AGL Terrifying Conqueror character. That's what Cooler needs. A really good one. Really strong. So, like, maybe, you know, Final Form Frieza from Namek, right? To me, it very easily could get, like, a Dokkan Fest, and that would be the type of thing. Alright, so I guess we'll do this. We'll just get this rotation right here, and we'll finish up. We could pretty easily die here, depending upon where Cell super attacks us, so let's see what is going to happen on this rotation. But yeah, I think that this Cooler is okay. He's decent. Again, there's really bad World Tournament characters, and this Cooler is not one of those. I think he's at least solid. Again, if we could get, you know, like a Terrifying Conqueror burst mode, or Target Goku, Space Traveling Warriors, Planetary Destruction, Wicked Bloodline, like there's a lot of spots, you know, for like a potential burst mode that I could see us using this AGL Cooler, so that's fine. Super attack. Nah, just a couple of normals. Alright, well, there we go. There is AGL Final Form Cooler. I guess we'll let this rotation play out. I don't think we could live a super if this Cooler eats one, could we? He has stacked up quite a bit, but... and then Final Form Cooler at the end, he should be okay. Well, this is Cooler without Big Bad Bosses, I suppose. Because the Tech Cooler does not have Big Bad Bosses. Although we do have Thirst for Conquest and Metamorphosis up, right? So It's not like LR Cooler is, you know, got like none of his links. It's just he doesn't have big bad bosses. Pretty good damage right there. A lot of attacks, okay. No super attack at all. Okay, perfect. Alright, guys. This is Resolute Execution, Cooler Final Form. His leader skill is AGL type key 3 and 40% to stats. And then STR type enemies minus 40% to stats. His super attack is the Supernova, which raises defense by 30%, does supreme damage to the enemy, and then greatly lowers enemy defense. His passive skill, Total Invasion, gives him 2 key and 100% stats at the start of turn. Then he gives AGL types 1 key and 40% attack and defense. Then he launches 2 additionals, each of which have a rare chance of being a super. That's a 10% chance. Then Cooler gets an additional 20% attack, up to a max of 100%, and then a chance to dodge by 5%, up to a max of 50%. So it's 5 attacks to fully build up Cooler's damage, and it's 10 attacks to fully build up Cooler's dodge. 10 attacks is an awful lot, unless we're in, again, something like burst mode, right? Then Cooler gets another 50% attack and defense if there's another Terrifying Conqueror category ally in the same turn. Not really a bad restriction. You're likely going to be running him with Terrifying Conqueror, other like big bad boss type characters, right? His links are Strongest Clan in Space, Thirst for Conquest, Cool Judgment, Nightmare, Big Bad Bosses, Metamorphosis, and Shattering the Limit. 12 Q multiplier is 145%, actually a little bit high. And then Cooler is on quite a few categories here. So he's on movie bosses. It's about that time again for another movie boss's character, huh? Yeah, definitely. This is how Dokkan operates. Like, you know, it's been, you know, we're about, this is going to be 5 months since our last movie boss's character. It's about that time. I would not be shocked if Android 13 or Lord Slug or Garlic Jr. or Harudagarn or one of these guys is coming up soon. Then Cooler is also on Transformation Boost as well. I really would like to get a strong Transformation Boost villain leader, man. Wicca Bloodline, I mean, this is like a dead team. This is not... Yeah, it was good a year ago, but not nowadays. No way, no way. Then Cooler is also on... This is Terrifying Conquerors, probably the best... Well... I mean, I don't know if I can call it the best villain team if it doesn't have the Zamasus on it, to be fair. No Zamasus, no LR Goku Black, right? Then, Cooler is also on the Target Goku category team. You know, AGL Target Goku Burst Mode, you know, could be pretty good right there. Then, there's also Final Trump Card, which EZA Final Form Cooler is on. He's also on the Space Traveling Warrior category team. He is actually on Turles' 200% leader skill, but one of the main characters I wanted to bring for this video was LR Golden Frieza, who, you know, was not on Turles' leader skill. And then finally, Cooler is on the Planetary Destruction category team. So, let me know what you guys think of this EZA AGL Final Form Cooler. I think he's decent. I thought he was fine, actually. This is not some horrible, terrible character or something like that. He's an okay World Tournament free-to-play EZA character. He's got support, he's got some dodge, he's got some additionals, right? I mean, we're not rocking him against, you know, Omega or Red Zone Fusion Zamasu, but, like, this guy, I think, could see some play, some value, which is more than a lot of free-to-play World Tournament characters, I guess we could say, right? So, let me know what you guys think, and I'll catch y'all next time.